Okay, for some reason the mic input wasn't listed as the actual mic, so yeah, that's unfortunate. Thanks for letting me know about that one. It wasn't actually picking any audio source up, it was just default, which means nothing. But thank you for that. Doherty, good to see you. Feel like it's the first time I've seen you in here. So if it is, welcome. It's an excellent start, Dingle. Couldn't have been better. So, as I was saying in silence, bear with me. I'll go through the team list. I'll go through my notes in this game. I did pack the Panthers to win by 1-12 in this one. Arlo Brown, good to see you again. And as I was saying as well, Cassandra, if you are still in here, if you could let me know how to pronounce that second name. I'm not sure if it's like Geddes, if it's like Ged. I feel like it's got like a French sort of pronunciation type thing where you don't pronounce the last bit. But I was in the state of origin chat a while back. All right, okay. Gotcha. And Unreal, the first member of this channel. It's not too bad. It's only 10:38 AM Unreal, so it's not too bad. I've sort of fixed my sleeping pattern as well, so I can do earlier games as well. And Ishmael was first in here. You don't like Penrith? Why is that? I'll go through the team lists, and then I'll give you my notes on like my prediction for the game, who are back to score a try and all that. So, starting with the Panthers. In the backs, they have Edwards, Jenkins, Tango, McLean, Toto, Talangi, and Cleary. In the forwards, it includes Leota, Kenny, Smith, Garner, Martin, and Papali'i. On the bench is Schneider, Henry, Eisenhuth, and Sorensen. And then Alamotti is the 18th man. For the Melbourne Storm, in the backs, they have Meany, Anderson, Chan, Seve, Coates, Munster, and Wishart. The forwards include Utukamanu, Grant, King, Bloor, Katoa, and Liero. On the bench, they have Pezza, McDonald, Kamikamitha, and Lasati, and then Garlic is the 18th man. It's hypocritical for me because I support Man City. Well, shocking. There's always one, isn't there? So, to go through my notes in this game and how I came to my prediction conclusion. First of all, starting with form, the Panthers have won 5 in their last 5. Storm have won 4 in their last 5. Sides met back in round 3. Storm won 30-24. The Storm did have their full spine available back then, but not this time around. So in terms of squad changes, the Panthers haven't lost anyone from the last round. They now have Laurie, Colgate and Tolau available, but they won't be used this week. The Storm were missing Pappenhausen in the spine. That's on top of losing Hughes a few weeks back. They did have Varlepu available, Seve now moves to centre, and Asfa Solomona was at least available in the pack, but he's not been selected. Nick Meany will move to fullback for the Storm. He's had plenty of game time there over the last few seasons, so he could be fairly comfortable in that role, but there may be a slight disconnect when trying to move the ball around across the field. Now, the Panthers have been able to run with the same lineup for a good few weeks now, which is really important as we get into the back end of the regular season. The Storm will likely be fine going punch for punch through the middle. That shouldn't be an issue. If they are disconnected moving the ball around, they'll just keep taking the carries and then kicking and chasing off the end of it. But you add Cleary into the occasion with a Panther side that can already compete through the middle. You add Cleary in there with his kicking game. You can manipulate the flow of the game and get those big forwards turned around for Melbourne Storm, getting them to do more work. Munster and Wishart aren't really the type to kind of do that. They rely more on the run game, which will be difficult to use and execute to its full potential against this Panthers defence. If you look at recent games as well, the Panthers have scored 35 points per game. They've only conceded 12 points per game. That's in the last 5. The Storm, they've scored 24 points per game. It's solid, and that can win you a lot of games, and they've been defending well, conceding just 15 points per game on average in their last 5. The Storm have won 14 of their last 15 Thursday night games, while the Panthers have won their last 6 games at CommBank Stadium. The Storm have won 3 of their past 4 games against the Panthers. Now, it is always a risk going against Melbourne Storm, but with how well the Panthers are playing right now, they've won, I think it was 9 in a row, in attack and in defence. It doesn't really look like there's a weakness there for the Panthers. While the Storm have Hughes and Pappenhausen out, plus the slight adaptations in the back line, the matchups look more favourable for the Panthers. So I went with the Panthers to win 1-12 points, winning 24-12, and I've gone with anytime try score for Brian Toto. So there you have it. There you have it. Nathan Cleary, big chin. Well, big brain as well. Big brain as well. Just like it feels like every week there's just always something. Runs a game well enough, but then there's something where it's like, how's he done that then? How's he just gone and done that? He's Nathan bloody Cleary, that's why. Should we get a trumpet in here? I think we should. Let's get a trumpet. Dingle saying glaze. That's the youth of today, folks. You can't just show appreciation for someone these days. It's glazing, apparently. Shocking. Kids these days. So, if you've got an exact score prediction as well, do let me know your thoughts. So I went with 24-12 to the Panthers. Right. Yeah, 24-12. I think even though I've got a feeling the Storm might struggle in patches here and there, because they don't really have an out-and-out 7. Even without Hughes, they could still at least rely on Munster with a run game down the left-hand side. They could use Wishart in some way if they needed to as the first receiver. Munster out the back. They could use Pappenhausen as an extra man as well with the support. Meany's quick. He's just not the same, but he is quick. So we will see. How about that Moses spray last week? Love it when he gets down to the gritty part of the season. Absolutely. I know there's a lot of people that they'll pipe up sort of saying, you know, in any other work environment, it's like, well, this work environment, it's understood that this is going to happen. So if you don't like that work environment, 1, don't mess up. 2, don't work in that environment. You know, with a job, if you make a mistake, it's probably not going to be a mistake that costs that much, really. You might, you know, if you run the social media, you might mess up on the social media post, Casford Tigers, or Hull FC last week. But, yeah, you mess up, it could lose a game, and you only get so many games in a season. So I'm all for what Moses did. I mean, maybe the wording was a bit much, but the spray at least is acceptable enough. Your voice sounds pretty gone again. It's probably just because it's early. That's all. My voice is okay. It's just I haven't long been up. No, my voice is fine. Voice is all right. I'll be reached. So we've got about 5 minutes. Again, if you've got an exact score prediction, let me know. Someone's got to fire that team up about time. Absolutely. I feel like the Eels, at least, though, it feels like they're kind of trending in the right direction. They're still not great, but it feels like they are trending upwards. Whether it be a strong incline, maybe not, but there's pieces there that are improving. William Storm fan, forever backing the Melbourne Storm, which you've got to admire. You got to admire it. 1-12 for Storm, he says. Dingle's going 32-24 for the Storm. Fair dues. Don't think I've ever seen William not back the Storm. That's completely fair. Makes sense. So we've got a few minutes to go. I'll do one more run through of the team list before we get started as well. But yeah, if anyone's confused by or anyone that's over here anyway is confused by the Indigenous round in back-to-back weeks, they've chosen to do it in over 2 weeks this time. Normally it's just a 1 week thing, but they've done it over 2. I'm not sure what the reason is. My guess would be that they wanted to include the team that had the bye last week. Or make sure that everyone was part of Indigenous round. I don't know. Normally it's 1 week, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken. And there's one player in particular that I'm thinking is going to be huge over the next 2 weeks, because I'm a massive fan of Tyron Wishart. I think he's a very underrated player. That when he had to fill in, especially at 6 when Munster was out last year, so it was Wishart and Hughes in the spine, I think Wishart went really under the radar. His run game, some of the decision making, some of the moments that he created, I think he went really under the radar. I don't think he's had quite the year this year, but he is capable of a solid game. He's the kind of player that if you bring in a new franchise, such as Perth, then he's the kind of player that I think you could look to as someone that you can draw away from a club and someone that has enough experience to confidently start in a particular role. Like Sean Lane retired today. Sean Lane, is he the one that was at the tall one that was at the Eels? Yes. Okay. He's only 30s, but was that due to injuries and stuff like that? Burnt out Eels grand final starting out to shot. He's burnt out. Okay, fair enough. It gets to a point for some people. It needs to be done. Rugby League 26. You have a decent team now. Very nice, lovely stuff. You can now compete. Very nice. I might do a stream on Sunday. I didn't announce it on the stream schedule. I should have done, but I'm considering streaming for Sunday. But I'm already going to be doing a dual stream, so we will see. He's coming back from an injury. Oh, right. Am I going to get battered? Okay. Maybe. I only play it weekly. Last time I played it was not even last weekend, but the weekend before. I only play it when I stream. Cleary with the cap on. There's Jenkins having himself a decent season as well. No, not excuses. Reasons. Don't get them twisted. Sometimes a reason is not an excuse. It's just a reason. Have a good stream, mate. Just jumped in to show support. Well, thank you very much, Doherty. It is greatly appreciated. Thank you for being here. And yes, hit the like button. If you'd like this to be seen by more people, people could hit the like button. A little thumbs up. Apparently it gets out to more people. It knows that you are enjoying the stream. Just a thought. It's greatly appreciated. You don't have to, but it's great of you to do so. Thank you. Well, thank you for stopping by. We are moments away. 92 Mickey Mouse. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Disney's finest. Knights rated best hooker in Super League. That would be Danny Walker then, wouldn't it? Yeah, what a guy. He's made us a different side since he's back in the last couple of rounds. So, they're just doing a quick ceremony for Indigenous round. So, a few moments to go. If you guys haven't voted on the poll, let me know who you think's going to win. 54% say the Panthers are going to win with 58 votes currently. 55% now. And if you got an exact score prediction, let me know. I went 24-12 to the Panthers. It was William, Storm fan, went with Storm 1-12. Dingle went 32-24 to Storm. So yeah, let me know. Do you think we'll beat Catalan? I think we should do. We should do. Okay, so moments away, I'll go through the team list real quick. In the backs for the Panthers, they have Edwards, Jenkins, Tango, McLean, Toto, Talangi and Cleary. In the forwards, they have Leota, Kenny, Smith, Garner, Martin, and Papali'i. On the benches, Schneider, Henry, Eisenhuth, and Sorensen. And then the 18th man is Alamotti. For the Melbourne Storm, in the backs, they have Meaney, Anderson, Chan, Seve, Coates, Munster, and Wishart. In the forwards is Utakamanu, Grant, King, Bloor, Katoa, and Liero. On the bench is Pezzett, McDonald, Kamikamitha, and Lasati. And then Garlick is the 18th man. We are moments away. It will be Munster to kick off and get us rolling. And we have begun. Storm will kick to the Panthers, collected on the 10 by Blaise Talagi, handed off to Papali'i, and he takes the first carry of the game. Kenny, on his right to Mosley-Otter, takes it over the 20, up towards the 30. Strong first carry there from him. Landing on his front, getting a fairly quick play of the ball. Next carry is from Smith. Coming up towards the Panthers' own 40. A few metres short. Kenny on his left to Leota for a second carry in this set. With 30 seconds gone, fourth tackle, and Kenny on his left to Edwards. Fullback taking the carry over halfway. And Kenny on the last, on his right to Cleary. Bit of inside pressure there initially from Katoa, but the ref said back off. Gets the ball away. Slightly towards the back left, so Anderson collects it. And he stopped, pushed back a metre or two. First minute gone in this game. Melbourne Storm now in possession. Nick Meaney playing at fullback today, carries it up towards the 30, then pushed back an extra metre or two himself. Now Grant pops the ball up to Munster. The backs getting involved with the carries first. And Harry Grant with King on his left, but he goes to Liero on his right, up towards the 40. Two more tackles in this set for Melbourne Storm. Next carry through the middle from Utakamanu, just short of the halfway line, with a minute and a half gone. Last tackle, Harry Grant with... Is that Pezzett? Pezzett's starting, for God's sake, man. Pezzett is starting. Okay. Up towards the 20 now with the Panthers in possession. Toto plays it for Tango. Up towards the 30. That's great. I don't know who's on the bench then. Let's have a look. Next carry from Jenkins. Let's see. Pezzett is at 6. Munster's at 1. Meaney's at centre. For God's sake. Munster's at fullback. Okay, gotcha. Blaise Talagi up towards the Storm 40. Last tackle in this set. With Cleary. Inside pressure there from Meaney. There's a kick towards the back left. Collected on the full by Munster. Returns it back towards the middle slightly. We've got three big men in there. Leota, Papali'i, and Smith pushing him back a few metres short of his own try line. Melbourne Storm now with a lot of work to do. Xavier Coates with his first carry of the game over the 10, or up towards the 10. Quick play the ball there for Munster. On his left to Anderson, up towards the 30. And it is now with Bloor down the left edge. Great carry down that left-hand side over the 30. That's 3 minutes gone. Wishart will switch back to Trent Liero up towards the 40. Storm inside their own half. Now with Pezzett, kicks from behind the 40. Plenty of height on this one. Time for Edwards to size this up. Returns it over his own 20, up towards his 30. Shifting left. Skips past one, eventually stopped by Utakamanu. And one other. What game's on tonight in the league? It's Warrington at home against Catalans tonight, which I'll be at. Then he carried down the left edge for McLean. Coming up towards the 40 for the Panthers. 3 more tackles in this set. I think the Storm have done alright to restrict the metres on this one. Not let them inside the territory just yet to kick towards the back left. I went 24-14 to Warrington in that one. And Papali'i with another carry through the middle. Last tackle. 4 minutes gone. Kenny now with clearing centre field. Inside pressure from Grant. So he shifts it right to Martin. Then to Tango. Kicks through. Edwards is there to stop Munster as he collects the ball. He's now going to have to play this about 15 out from his own try line. So well done, Munster. Plays for Pezzett. And it's now with Seve. With the eye mask on. Wishart. Now with Coates. Sorry, that's not even Coates. I thought it was Coates for a second because he was tall and a little bit lanky. But I think that's Katoa. I think it's going to be a shock and Catalans take the win at 16-10. All right, fair enough, fair enough. I mean, neither side's great, but Warrington really need it. It's Kamanu with the next carry over the 40 for the Storm. Fourth tackle, Grant will kick from dummy half. Looking for touch. Is that a 40-20 or is he over the 40? Well, he finds touch anyway. I think he was over the 40, so there's not quite a 40-20 there. Well, 5 minutes gone. No, he was over the 40. Well, that's a great kick from Grant. Goes out just before the try line. So that is very nicely done. So the Panthers will have to play this ball on their own 10. What about FC versus Lee? I went with 26-18 to Lee. Isaac Tango with a carry down the right edge for the Panthers. Second tackle. Slow to get up. Holding his face at the moment. Is he trying to get something here out of this? It is possible that a finger just did hit his eye. Oh yeah, possibly. From Seve. So Liotta with a carry over the 30 for the Panthers. Third tackle. And then Papali'i next up. That's 6 minutes gone in this game. Now the fourth. Kenny, right to Smith. Inside Storm territory. I need to yawn. That's great. Excuse me. Ugh. On the last tackle, right to Cleary. Kicks towards the back right. Or slightly more towards the sticks. Munster underneath it. Collects it. Takes it over the 20. And there's a strong hit from Blaise Talangi. Help there from Garner as well. Second tackle, Pezzett. Now to Coates. 6.5 minutes gone. Third tackle coming up for the Storm. Grant. Left to Bloor up towards the 40. So no one's really... I mean, it's still early days, but no one's really launched it and had a go yet. The ball has come loose. The referee is going to say... a mistake from Bloor. Looks like he wants a challenge here. I think the backhand of Cleary pushes that out, but it's whether he flicks his wrist to actually push that ball out. Maybe just loose carry. Okay. I will answer when I can, Dingle. If you send it, I'll answer when I can. I might not remember the old badge as well, to keep that in mind. Cleary, left to Edwards, then across to McLean. Bit of space down the left edge. Now with Tango. Carries it straight through the middle. 7.5 minutes gone. Sorry. Liotta with a carry up towards the 10. 6 again as well for the Panthers. Great territory now. Kenny on his left to Smith. Left to Cleary. Could switch back, but he's brought down. Great jamming in there from... Is that Katoa? I think it is. Kenny on his right to Papali'i. Over the 10. 3 big men to bring him down in centre field. 8 minutes gone. Kenny, between the sticks, goes left to Talangi. Runs the ball himself. Dejan Assi would have scored that for Cass. Just saying. He wouldn't. He might have done. Shifting it right, though. Edwards, bit of room down the right-hand side. Tango needs to get around Seve. Gets an offload to Toto, though. Cuts back towards the middle. Bumps off Grant. And he's stopped just over the 10. Now about 5 metres short of the line. It's a great carry there from Toto. 8.5 minutes gone. Kenny shoots it left to Cleary. He will kick towards the back left. Jenkins versus Anderson. Jenkins goes up, collects it, and is held up in goal. That is a fantastic effort from Jenkins. Fantastic, but good defensive work there from Anderson and Pezzett to help. I think that Lee will be coming down to win and get some revenge on us. You're an FC fan. My thoughts is Lee win by a try. 1 point drop goal to seal it. I'm going with 13-6 to lead. All right, fair enough. I was doing a review, or I was looking into what teams need to make playoffs. As an absolute minimum, Hull FC need to upset any two of Leigh, Saints, Leeds, and Hull KR. And this is one of their best chances, because they'll likely win, or the best chances to win realistically against Warrington and Catalans, but they will need to upset one of those other 4 teams that I just mentioned. Wigan Warriors, the new one's better. The last one I think was fine, but the new one's better. Grant in centre field, left to Wishart, steps off his left foot, then he's smashed into by Kenny. For the old one, fair enough. It's now with Jonah Pezzett, kicks from behind the 40, last tackle, collected by Jenkins. Up towards the 40. I think we'll pick up another 2 points against Saints away, possibly. Feel this one just feels bland. Old one is colourful. I think the new one's okay. I noticed for the first time, like last week, there's a WW in there, like on the Warrior in the middle. I noticed that they put a WW in there, which I never noticed before, if I'm honest. Warrington Wolves, I'm on the fence about that one. I actually don't know. Edwards, left to Talangi, bit of room down the left-hand side. McLean, 2-on-1 possibly. Draws in Anderson. 5 metres out. Stop 2 metres short of the try line. Last tackle for the Panthers. Papali'i is going to go himself. He might have got that down in there. It's going to be tough to tell. He's confident. Try is given. This one will be looked at. It's going to be difficult to overturn this one, though. Very difficult to overturn. Very difficult. But that is going to be a try for the Panthers. Papali'i on the last tackle. Backing himself with a carry. Right in front of the try line. He's gone for it. (4-0) for the Panthers. Okay. Warrington Wolves, I think the only thing I don't like, or there's a few things I don't like about the new logo. I'd rather get rid of the light blue. So if it was just blue and yellow, I'd actually be okay with that. Like if you look at Warrington's Facebook profile picture, that's blue and yellow. I'd honestly just have that, if I'm honest. I'd be completely fine with just having that. I think the light blue is a bit of a waste. And also, I've made a video on this on TikTok before. It was more of a joking video. But the wolf is not central in the logo. It's not central. It's off. It's skew with. It's 3 pixels to the right. So the wolf is not even central in the logo. And it bothers me. Only because I have to use the logos for graphics and I do like graphic design all the time. So I notice these things. But yeah. It still kind of bothers me. Salford Red Devils, the new one, absolutely, without question. The last one, or like the older one, is decent. But even the newer one, which had like a tree in the middle, just wasn't great. Looked like it's clip art, basically. Cleary with 12 minutes gone. Conversion from the touchline is swinging, but not enough, and that's going to be wide, and it remains 4-0 for the Panthers. 12 minutes gone, 4-0 for the Panthers. So, if you are in this stream, if you could leave a like, that would help to get the stream out there to more people. And we get more people in, get some more talk in the chat. That would be greatly appreciated. Get people sticking around for longer. If you haven't subscribed, please do. We've recently hit 11,000, which is incredible. Thank you very much if you are subscribed. We're at 11,083, which is cool. The next target is 15,000. Not sure when I'll get to that, but we'll see. Lee Leopards. This logo compared to the Centurions one, I think this one's better. This Lee Leopards one's better than the last Centurions one. It took a bit of time to adjust to it. When I first saw it, I thought it was ugly, but it's taken me a bit of time. Wakefield's is better. New one's better. Smith with a carry. 7 of 7 completions for the Panthers. 4 of 5 for the Melbourne Storm. Next carry from Mosley Otter through the middle. 64% possession for the Panthers as well. 12.5 minutes gone. Fourth tackle. Kenny goes left to Edwards. Up towards halfway. The old one with the lion. That'll be a Wildcat, as they were previously called, the Wakefield Trinity Wildcats. Taken on the full by Xavier Coates from the kick from the Panthers. Over double the run meters for the Panthers as well so far. Seve with the next carry. Takes it over the 30. Plenty of defenders in the frame though. Harry Grant just left to centre field on his right to Trent Liero. Next carry through the middle. Third tackle coming up for the Storm. Grant on the 40. Has Pezzett on his right. Out the back to Munster. Switches back to Meany. Up towards the halfway line. Fourth tackle. Now with Pezzett. Across to Wishart. Shifting left. Could have possibly offloaded that ball there. They might have had the numbers down the left-hand side. But he is stopped on halfway. That's 13.5 minutes gone. Grant back towards middle with Pezzett. Kicks from the halfway line. Plenty of height, not too much distance though. Collected just in front of the 10 from Edwards. Shifting right over the 20. And the Panthers will start a fresh set about 23 metres out from their own try line. Toto with the next carry. Sometimes when I'm watching matches like 10 years ago on YouTube, the scoreboard looks so much better than the new one. I never really noticed the scoreboard, to be honest. But there's going to be a penalty against Trent Liero. So, could have been a chance for Melbourne Storm to pin the Panthers back, but they'll be able to kick into touch, work the ball out their own end. We could do something like the NFL does, because they have really sort of colourful scoreboards. We could do something a bit more like that, but I think Sky has the same kind of graphic for all sports, really, that has a scoreboard. So 14.5 minutes gone. Martin with a carry up towards Melbourne Storm's 30. Great chance to hit double digits possibly in this game for the Panthers. Very good chance here. So now with Smith in centre field, goes left to Cleary, switches back to Garner. He'll be brought down on Melbourne Storm's 20. Pushed back a couple metres as well though. Third tackle, Kenny on his right to Papali'i, the try scorer. Shifting right now to Cleary, then to Edwards, 3-on-1 possibly. Tango good hands to Toto, is almost in, just loses the ball in front of the try line. Picked up by Cleary, put down, but the whistle was blown. But it's a penalty for the Panthers actually. It is a penalty. They could elect to go for 2. I would actually appreciate if they just tap and go here. But they could go for 2 to make it a 6-point game. So shifting the ball well, they definitely had the numbers out wide. I think Seve kind of jumped the gun a little bit there into somebody he didn't need to. Kind of left Coates high and dry, but good shift there from Munster. Great tackle from... Was that Seve getting across? Yes, Seve. He was the one that I think made the mistake in the line, but recovered that extremely well. So well done, Seve, actually. Well done. He recovered that very, very well. So, kicking to touch from Cleary. They'll tap on the 10. And they'll get going once again. I do like this intent here from the Panthers. They've got the good field position. Only 4 metres out. Liotta plays it right at the sticks for Kenny. He goes left to Papali'i. Carries it straight up. He's now between the sticks. Kenny will shoot it right to Smith. Across to Cleary. Switches back to Martin. Brought down on the 10. Now with Kenny, right of the sticks, shooting it left now. Early kick there from Cleary, hits the legs of Pezzett, and he recovers the ball as well. So well done, Jonah Pezzett, shutting that one down. I like the effort of going for an early kick in the set here. The angle would have kept it in goal, possibly. But well done, Pezzett, sticking his foot out and recovering it as well. That was huge. So the Storm have possession just over their own 10. Katoa with the next carry. Plenty of defenders in the frame, though, for the Panthers. It's already the third tackle. Only 15 out from their own try line. Seve bumps one onto his backside. Was that Cleary? I think it was. 16.5 minutes gone. Fourth tackle. Next carry from Stefano Utakamanu over the 30. Strong carry. Eventually stopped by Talangi. Martin is there to help out. Now the last tackle for Melbourne Storm up towards the 40. Wishart, I think that was, looking slightly awkward, but gets a kick away towards the back left for Brian Toto to collect. Over the 20, up towards the 30. And not a bad place to start the set for the Panthers. 17 minutes gone, 23 minutes to go in the first half. And it's with Isaac Tango with the first carry of this set. It's with Edwards. Then to Talangi. Across to McLean. Over the 40. Third tackle for the Panthers. Kenny. Short side left to Blaze Talangi. Inside Storm territory with 2 more tackles to go. They could possibly pin the Storm into a back corner here. But it's with Papali'i in centre field. Right to Smith. Takes it over the 40. Last tackle for the Panthers. It's left to Cleary. On his right to Edwards, but he gets the kick away. Munster's underneath it, but that's possibly almost a penalty given away. Yes, it is. Penalty given away from Cleary. Just bumps into Munster as he tries to go up for the ball. So the initial thought was get the ball to Cleary or to Talangi and then kick to the corner. Or are they saying offside from Cleary? They might be saying offside from Cleary, not sure. One or the other. Both a penalty anyway, but yeah, I thought they were just going to find a halfback, kick to the corner, try and pin the Storm back, but no, penalty given away. Try and do something a little bit cute when they, I like the idea, but didn't really happen. Finn, good to see you. Good morning, sir. Good morning. How are we? So Melbourne Storm in possession off the back of a penalty. Seen the latest wire news or rumours? I have not. You'll have to let me know. Grant on his right to Pezzett. Shoots it across to Munster. Room here for Munster to run. Straightens up. Takes the carry up towards the Panthers 40. Third tackle. So firmly inside Panthers territory now. The best field position they've had so far. Wishart. I think there was a few too many players offside there. Did the ball come loose? The ball did come loose. Stuffy apparently playing reserves this week. Missed training again? Really? Okay. Interesting. Well, first I've heard of it, so no idea really. We do have a player down. Is McLean is down at the moment, holding his pec actually. There's a mistake from Wishart. It's good, really good field position there for Melbourne Storm. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. So Toto with the first carry out the back of this scrum. 12 of 12 completions for the Panthers. 6 of 8 for Melbourne Storm. Next carry. Papali'i up towards Storm's 30. 20 minutes to go, so we're done with the first quarter of the game. Smith, now in possession up towards the 20, that is actually. Cleary with the kick towards the back left. We've got a battle here between Jenkins and Anderson wins that one. Well done, Mr. Anderson. Same account that put out Dufty being dropped last time. Obviously might not be true, like a fan account. Right, gotcha. I guess we'll have to see. We've got 80 people in here. My voice is going now. If we keep getting likes in the live stream, if you're enjoying it, helps to get it out there to more people. If we can get 100 plus, that'd be great. So if you leave a like on the stream, hit the thumbs up, that would be fantastic. Please subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to stay up to date with more content. There's a penalty for the Melbourne Storm. 19 minutes to go in the first half. Penalty for Storm from Smith. God, Smith giving away a penalty. How dare he? Well, Pezzett will kick into touch for the penalty, and the Melbourne Storm will start a fresh set 35 metres out from the try line, and this will be Storm's best attacking set of the game so far after an entire quarter is done. Eliesa Katoa with the first carry over the 30. 18 and a half minutes to go. Grant right to centre field on his left to Utakamanu with a carry through the middle. Bumps off Smith. Puts him on his backside. Now 20 metres out. Best chance for Melbourne Storm. They could even take the lead here as well. Wishart under pressure from Cleary. Brought down by Cleary and Smith. 15 metres out. In centre field, Grant on his right, possibly. Switches back to Liero. Then to Wishart going left. Now with King. Offloads it. The ball is loose. Collected by Harry Grant. Just about 18 minutes to go. Is that a fresh set for the Panthers? Oh, sorry, for Melbourne Storm. I apologise. It is. Fresh set for Storm. 11 metres out. Wishart on his right to Trent Liero. Takes the carry through centre field. So after all the set completions, the territory that the Panthers have had, Melbourne Storm could take the lead very soon. Wishart steps twice off his left foot. Just left of the sticks. Third tackle. Grant. Right to Pezzett. Across to Munster. Under pressure from Blaise Delaney, but he shrugs him off. Takes the tackle up towards the 10 between the sticks. 17.5 to go. Fourth tackle. Grant. On his left to Utokamanu. Looking for an offload. Gets one to Grant. Left. The ball is wayward. Collected by Bloor. Stopped a few metres short of the 10. It's now with King off the back of an offload. Still going. Stopped 8 to 9 metres out. 17 minutes to go. Last tackle. Grant left of the sticks. Looks short side left. Does go short side left. Wishart chips the ball towards the back left. Toto goes up. So does Coates. And Coates is down with a try. Xavier Coates against Brian Toto. Major mismatch in terms of height. Toto is reliable, but so is Coates in the air. That's going to be an equalizer for the Storm. This is the only time they've been inside the red zone in 23 minutes, and they've finally put some points on the board. It's about damn time. This is looking like more of a contest now, because even though the scoreline was close, they were still in it. No try? Possibly. Collected by Coates. Did he lose it? Yeah, the referee might say no control. This might be overturned here. Might be overturned. Initially given, 16 minutes to go, but there will likely be a review of this one. Lack of control, maybe. 97 people in here. Lovely stuff. That's for people liking the live stream. If people leave a thumbs up, it helps to get out there to more people. If you got any questions, got any comments, let me know. 109, oh my god. 118, it's still rolling. Storm won by 4 last time they met in round 23. Was it by 4? It was 30-24 to Storm last time. Panthers got the magic. I should have read your message last time. Johnny Man. The try has been confirmed. He's got both hands on the ball, though. That's the thing. Yeah, I'm okay with that. He's got both hands on the ball the entire time. I am cool with that. That makes perfect sense to me. 15.5 minutes to go. Xavier Coates, joint top try scorer with 17 with Hamaso Tabai Fidel. Is it Fidel or Fido? It's one or the other. Martin Wanganita-Waze on 16 as well. He's having a great year. Him and Toya, that partnership down that right-hand side has been pretty good this year. So Nick Meaney got 3 out of 4 last week, 78% on the season. It's not the toughest kick in the world, but it certainly isn't an easy one to take the lead for Melbourne, surprisingly, for the first time in this game. The kick from Meaney is no good. That's cut too much to the left. And it's going to be 4-4. I reckon it's trumpet worthy. Fantastic. Fantastic. So yeah, we got over 100 people, over 118 in there at one point. Hopefully we can keep those numbers high. Leave a like if you haven't already. But yeah, lovely stuff. Hopefully people stick around for a bit longer as well. And that'd be great. Yeah, 4-all. We'll get back underway very shortly. So Dylan Edwards with the kickoff towards the back right for Melbourne Storm. Collected on the full by Wishart. Now with Stefano Utokamanu over the 10. With 15 minutes to go in the first half. Grant down the short side left to Bloor. Over the 20. 3 men to bring him down. So yeah, Coates versus Toto might be the go-to again. I mean, it could be worth switching Jenkins over to that side at some point. I know he's a young lad, still early days in his career, but he is taller and still good in the air, so it could be worth switching him around, maybe. But there's a kick from Pezzett, looking for touch, and chucked back in by Edwards. Jenkins is there. Judge has said it's out of bounds. They could challenge it if he's confident, but I don't think he is. Is that a 40-20? Was there a foot in touch? That's a 40-20. Oh, the ball touches the line. Ready for Everton to start the average Premier League campaign? I reckon it'll be slightly above average. I know we just lost Branthwaite to a hamstring injury, but I'm looking forward to this season. Looking forward to it. I think we'll be alright. NRL Edits is back. And there's a switch back to King. 5 metres out. Make that 1 or 2 metres between the sticks. 14 minutes to go. Second tackle. Grant. Shoots it right to Pezzett. Out the back to Munster. 3 against 3. Pops it up to Anderson. He's then into touch maybe. Yes, he is. Good defensive work there from the Panthers. Very nicely done. I don't think that was the right call there from Munster. It was a 3-on-3. Panthers had the numbers. Just shot the ball across to Anderson. Very little room to work with. Yeah, probably not the right call there from Munster. If Jenkins was trying to jam into Meany, then that makes sense. But yeah, probably not the right call there from Cameron. Yeah, NRL Edits is back. Still waiting on that, $499 from that 50-point win by Hull FC against Salford. New stadium looks good. Glad it's hosting the Ashes. Yeah, it should be good. I am going to that one. So I'll be streaming Game 1 and Game 3, but I will be at Game 2 of the Ashes. But yeah, it looks good. Looks really good. Panthers in possession. 4th tackle. Just less than 13 to go. Smith in centre field takes it over halfway. King gets him wrapped up. So does Utagamanu. And Grant is then right to Cleary. Kicks from inside Storm territory towards the back right. Plenty of height on this. Munster underneath it. Just drops to the ground. And we'll play this just in front of his own 10. 12.5 to go. Xavier Coates with the first carry of this set. Bumps off 1. Cuts back towards the middle. And then 4 defenders in the frame to bring him down. So now with Seve through the middle, with a big tackle earlier as well. Big try saver. Munster with a carry up towards the 30. FC game last week, good for our points difference? Absolutely. Absolutely. So it's now with Grant, goes right to Pezzett, kicks from behind the 40 on the last tackle. Collected on the full by Jenkins, just short of the 20. He takes it up towards his own 30. Coach said after that we made no subs in the second half and explained the lower intensity. Oh, right, fair enough. I didn't even notice, to be fair. Up towards the 40 now. McLean with the latest carry. Second tackle. And it's now Edwards. A few metres shy of the 30. Kenny, right to Sorensen, who's now on the field. Shifting it right to Cleary. Tango at the back, but he decides to carry the ball himself. 2 more tackles inside Storm territory. Kenny, left to Smith, then to Edwards. Could have gone out the back, but yeah, wasn't too much room or time to work with there. 11 minutes to go. Last tackle for the Panthers. They go left to Cleary. And he'll put plenty of height on this. Just left of the sticks. Anderson and Jenkins again. Bounces backwards. Then knocked on by Sorensen, I thought. But kicked back towards the back left. In goal. And batted over the dead ball line from Nick Meany. Smart move there. Very smart. Well done there. I thought there was a potential knock-on from Sorensen in there. But the ref said to play on. Possibly dropped it backwards. It was an awkward-looking kick there from Cleary. Awkward for the Storm to deal with anyway, so that was nicely done. We've got plenty of people in here. Good to see you. I forgot to end that poll, by the way. I forgot to do it. I meant to end it before the game starts. So, yeah. Ends up with 331 votes. Short dropout, knocked on by Jenkins. So, Melbourne Storm come up with possession. 10 minutes to go in the first half. The fact that the Panthers have had so much territory, they've completed as well as they have done, could have been leading by more. But defensively, the Storm have scrambled really well. And there's been a few occasions where the Storm have had decent territory. And first time they're inside the red zone, they put points on the board. So fair enough. So it's now a scoot from Wishart. Takes it up towards the 30 for the Storm. 9.5 minutes to go. Was not a try for Coates? I think it was fine. I think he had both hands on the ball. So 9 minutes 20 to go. It is now with... Is that Wishart with a carry through centre field? Oh no, it's McDonald. Same hairstyle. McDonald with a carry. Now shifting it down the right-hand side with Katoa up towards the 40 inside Panthers territory. Last tackle. Jonah Pezzett will kick towards the stick. Slightly awkward this one, but collected on the full by Dylan Edwards. 9 minutes to go. Takes it over the 20. Kenny now with Brian Toto. With a carry over the 30. Decent carry there. It's now with Martin. Up towards the Panthers own 40. Looks like he's in a bad way here. Martin is down at the moment. Not sure what the issue is with him. Eventually plays it. Not sure what the issue is. Wrist, maybe? I don't have a clue. Don't have a clue. You think Coates regrips it after losing? I don't recall seeing him lose it. That's the thing. I need to go back and look at it. I just remember he had two hands on the ball before it touched the ground and when it touched the ground. There's a kick over the top on the last tackle. Collected by Edwards. Support on the inside from Cleary. And maybe slides over. Maybe. Or is he short? It's been given. It has been given 8-4 for the Panthers. This kick is going to be a lot easier. I'm not sure. Maybe it's going to be checked. It could be overturned, but we'll see. Great little chip over the top from Tango. Support on the inside from Edwards. Then Cleary goes himself. Momentum. I think he... Do you know what? I think he's short. Oh, actually, no. That angle, I think it's just touching the white line there. Just. That is unbelievably close. Unbelievably close. There's currently 8-4. Whether this will be overturned, I don't know. The Cleary drop goal kick will be heartbreaking for Storm. Possibly. Now, he's obviously lost, but I don't think he regained it. I just remember seeing a clip where he had both hands on the ball. That's all I remember. I think the first one they showed might have showed something, but it's just every other angle after that didn't quite see it, so I don't know. I'd have to watch it again. Come on, Storm, you were on top this year? Well, they've got the injuries to deal with. That doesn't help. In Super League, there would be insufficient evidence to overturn after checking 50 of the same angle. Yeah, very true. The try has been confirmed, by the way. 6.5 minutes to go. Cleary to make this 10-6. Oh, sorry, 10-4. My bad. This one, much easier to convert. Right in front of the sticks, basically. 6.5 to go. The kick from Cleary is good. That is going to be 10-4 to the Panthers. So the scoreline is looking a little more like the flow of the game. The Panthers have felt to me like they've been more on top of this game. So this score feels more realistic. But yeah, Melbourne Storm, they're still in this. Still firmly in this. Let's get a trumpet, shall we? If you haven't already, please leave a like, a thumbs up on the live stream. More people can get in here. More people chatting. There's a Discord invite link in the description if you want to join the Discord. Want to get more Aussies and Pacific Islanders over there if we can. If we possibly can. Next carry. Back underway. Panthers in possession. 15 out from their own try line. Next carry through the middle from... Is that Eisenhuth? Plays it for Kenny. On his right to Martin. Up towards the Panthers' own 30. Kenny. On his left to Smith. Up towards his own 40. 6 minutes to go. Fourth tackle coming up for the Panthers. Kenny. On his right to Cleary. 40-20 attempt. Maybe. Possibly. Towards the back left. Has the distance. Not quite the angle though. Anderson eventually collects the ball. Jenkins gets on top of him. And he'll play this about 15 out from his own try line. And the first carry of this set is going to be Nick Meaney, just short of his own 20. Second tackle for Melbourne. Now Munster in centre field. Playing at fullback today. So it does... it did mean that Pezza is starting at 6. Meaney is in the centres. And Munster is at fullback for this one. I appreciate that change in lineup. Because I already put the graphic in. Oh well. Wishart will kick towards the right side of the field. Turning Jenkins around. Collects it 25 out from his own try line. There's one there to stop him. That is Wishart chasing his own kick. And he does stop him. Nicely done. Pezza with an early tackle from Marker. Talangi now with the next carry. Scoots from dummy half up towards his own 40. 3 tackles in this set. Just less than 5 minutes to go. Kenny now with Gaia. Edwards shifting it right to Smith. Now with Eisenhuth. Up towards Storm's 40. Cleary down the right edge. Kicks from Storm's 40 towards the back right. Munster underneath it. Goes up. Collects cleanly. Tango comes in. And he'll have to play this on his own 10. It's now with Xavier Coates. Makes a few extra metres there. Second tackle. Next carry from Eliezer Katoa. Up towards his own 20. Third tackle for Storm. Pezza on his left to Anderson. There is now 4 minutes to go in this first half. The Panthers, if they get into good territory, might go for 1 here. Just to make it awkward for the Storm going into the second half. Liera has to play the ball short the 30. Now with Munster. Engages the line. Then kicks slightly awkwardly. This will be collected by Jenkins. Already up to the 40. Trying to get around 1. Is that Meaney? Yes, it is Meaney. Plays it for Talangi. Now with McLean over halfway. So by the end of this set, the Panthers, they could try and go for a try if they want to. But I reckon just go for the 1. Eat up the minutes remaining in the half. Go for 1 with Cleary. And make it awkward for Melbourne. Sorensen is going to take the next carry, is he? No, hands it off to Smith. Right to Cleary. Then across to Edwards. Tango against Seve. Switches back to Toto. Bit of room inside slightly. He's now going to be stopped 13 or 14 metres out from the try line. Over on the right-hand side of the field. Fourth tackle. 3 minutes to go. The ball comes loose. Penalty for the Panthers. They could go for 2. I reckon... they are going to go for 2. I reckon they could have gone for... they spread the ball for 2 or 3 tackles. Then on the 4th, work it back towards the middle. Last tackle, go for the 1. But they will go for 2 to make it an 8-point lead. Again, if you're not thumbs upped, that's not even a word. If you're not left a thumbs up for the live stream, please do. Helps get out there to more people. That is greatly appreciated. We've got 94 in here at the moment. We had over 100. Yeah, not as many people chatting as I thought there would be. I thought there'd be more people in the chat, but we've got plenty of regulars in here. So yeah, at any point, if you've got a question or comment, feel free to put it in the live stream chat, and I will get to it. So, I will just get this 12 ready, because Cleary should get this one. Nathan Cleary to make it 12-4. Near the far right hash. So this is going to be a fairly tricky one. But if he misses this and it goes over the dead ball line, there will be a dropout from the 20. The kick from Cleary is good. And that is going to be 12-4. And a much more comfortable lead for the Panthers. There we go. So the clock's ticking away. 1 minute 15 left in this first half. I am on track for an exact score prediction, but it is going to be difficult to get. We will see. Munster will get us back underway in a second. Clock is stopped with 1 minute and 6 seconds to go. Back underway. Blaze Talangi will take this carry himself. 1 minute left. 12-4 for the Panthers. Up towards the 30. Kenny on his right to Gaia. Takes it over the 30. Second tackle. They could still march up the field if they wanted here, the Panthers. They could spread the ball around. Find a break somewhere. Martin with a carry over the 40. So 35 seconds to go. Still a chance here for the Panthers to find more points if they want to. Smith left to Talangi, then to Edwards, now McLean. Over near the left edge of the field, over halfway, inside Storm territory. Talangi. Now with Cleary, left to Edwards, back down the short side left. Kenny, back inside to Cleary. He's going to get wrapped up, unfortunately. Couldn't get the ball away unless he can. There's going to be 10 seconds to go, last tackle. Left to Talangi. Belts it towards the back left. Not much probably going to happen on this play unless they move the ball around. McLean is just going to take the tackle, and that will be half-time. That will be half-time. 12-4 for the Panthers. Johnny Man says, Panthers have done really well with the new young players that enjoyed this year. Yeah, the Panthers, I think it was a case of injuries forcing a lot of young players to have to step up. McLean, I think, was assumed to be playing on the wing this year, but has found himself in a few positions on different sides of the field. But Jenkins really stepped up this year as well, so well done to Jenkins too. You need 35 plus and McLean. I think McLean's possible, 35 or plus 35. So you need the Panthers to win by 35, is that what you're saying, Salvador? It's going to be a tough one. Not impossible, given the players that the Storm are missing, but they'd need a much stronger second half. But McLean could score a try. Your brother says Panthers have been doing that for years now. Yeah, they certainly have. Normally what they've had in the last few years, the Panthers, is they've had a set lineup that is obviously capable of winning grand finals, as we know. But when they've had to bring youngsters through, it's kind of bit by bit. Whereas this year, they were a little bit off the mark. They were last at one point in the year. The thought that the Panthers were last at one point in the season, like not at the very start, but a few weeks into it as well, is wild. And they're now near the top. But now they've had more regulars back in, more stable lineup, they can start to give a proper foundation for those youngsters to kind of work within. So, yeah, good stuff. In terms of streams for the rest of the week, by the way, just to let you know what I will be streaming. In the NRL, I will be streaming Roosters versus Bulldogs. That's tomorrow in the UK. That'll be starting at 10:45 a.m. and then 7:45 p.m. Canberra time. So, yeah, Roosters versus Bulldogs. I'll be streaming that one. I was going to stream Bunnies versus Eels, but I chose not to because I'm already going to be doing 2 Super League games that day. So for Super League streams as well, I will be at Warrington versus Catalans tonight, so I won't be streaming that. I'll be streaming Wigan Warriors versus Hull Kingston Rovers tomorrow. That's a first and second place clash. So that's tomorrow night. I'm doing Cass versus Leeds and Hull versus Lee. I'm also going to do a dual stream of Saints versus Huddersfield and Salford versus Wakefield. So, yeah. There we go. I am trying to do more NRL streams. I'm trying to get more done. I did one for round 1, one for round 7. I did one for round 9. I actually did for Magic Weekend, Magic Round and Magic Weekend for Super League and NRL was on at the same time, so I did all 14 games. That was a very, very tough week. It was a lot of games to do. A lot of games. Coach Cleary is Magneto. We all know who Quicksilver is. Interesting comparison. Interesting. Who's Wonder then? Who is Wonder? Okay. I will put a poll up in the chat. I think get a bit more interaction in here. Right, there we go. Poll in the live stream chat. Let me know your thoughts on it. It is warm in this room. It is very, very, very warm. But yeah, there's a poll in the live stream chat. Do you think that the Melbourne Storm will come back? Yes or no? Let me know your thoughts. As a Warriors fan, I was hoping for Storm to get up against Panthers, but they're looking pretty disjointed with that lineup. Absolutely. Absolutely. Is Matt really? I agree. This is kind of what I expected for Melbourne Storm. Initially, I thought it was going to be Meany at 1. Didn't realise Pezzett would be starting. They changed the line. I don't know when they changed the lineup, but they did. But yeah, I think even if they went with what they initially put out there, it would still be a little bit disconnected. Maybe they'd want to go back to what they had, Pezzett on the bench. Maybe they move Pezzett to 9 and give Grant a break for a bit. And then that puts Munster back at 6, Meany at 1, where they might feel a little bit more comfortable. Possibly. It's an option anyway. It's an option. A draw would be a surprise. It would certainly be a surprise. Not out of the question. Certainly doable. But unlikely. Very unlikely. I did have an idea a little while ago for like an overtime format. I think, first of all, for regular season, both in NRL and Super League, if it's drawing after 80 minutes, I think I'd just do it as a draw. Like, just straight up. If you want to, like, both leagues are kind of worried about player welfare. I would just say, look, they've played 80 minutes, they're drawing, they've earned a point, that's it, it's done. But if you get to knockout competitions, like it's the playoffs in either competition or Challenge Cup for Super League, well, it's different competition, or Challenge Cup over here, then I reckon an overtime format could be you play an extra 10 minutes. It's not golden point. You play an extra 10 minutes. Whoever's winning after those 10 minutes wins the game. If it's still drawing, then goal kicking, like penalty kicks. You pick 5 kickers for each team. First kicker for one places the ball anywhere inside the half and kicks from there. Then the first for the other team has to kick from the exact same spot. So let's say it's all the way on the touchline, like the left touchline, 25 metres back. Say it's in this game, Cleary might be first to kick from the left touchline, 25 metres back. He places it there, then Meany's got to take it from that place as well. Then Storm will select. It could be Munster taking the next kick. He places it maybe on the opposite touchline, 20 metres back. Then it might be Edwards that takes the kick. So one player picks where to take it, one for the other team has to do that as well. And it works like a normal football penalty shootout. So they'll do the best of like up to 5 and then it'll be a sudden death after that. Peter, with a donation. Thank you very much. That is very kind of you. All donations, by the way, they get a trumpet. I love you, but hate seeing you stream NRL games because sometimes you don't do the Super League. What do you mean, Peter? I do pretty much every Super League game that I can do. I don't know what you mean, mate. I do every Super League stream that I can do. If I ever don't do a stream, it's normally because I'm out at a Warrington game. But I've done a ridiculous amount of Super League games this year. Not sure what you mean. 2 games on the... Well, yeah, because I was at Warrington versus Wigan. So I therefore missed the other game as well. I always go to home games for Warrington Wolves. You get a pass. Well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm always at home games for Warrington. So it was, yeah, just clashed. For some reason, there's 2 more games in the weekend for the NRL, yet they never have a clash, but we've only got 6 games in Super League, yet we sometimes, we have a clash nearly every single week, unless it's Magic Round. I wish we would just spread the weeks out. It'd be so much easier. I love your content. Well, thank you very much. That is very kind of you to say. Thank you very much. It's greatly appreciated. I would say, if we could get a deal with Sky Sports, I'd love this, and it would make so much more sense, because there would never be a clash. If we had a dedicated Sky Sports Rugby League channel, if they paid more for the NRL games, whether they allowed it, I don't know, but they could show all NRL games on Sky Sports, unless the NRL wants to restrict that and just keep it at 3. Why they'd want to do that, I don't know. But if they really invest in Rugby League, you can get all NRL games, there'll be no clashes, and then all Super League games where we don't have a clash either. And then there's a dedicated Rugby League channel on Sky that never has a clash, and there's games all weekend, uninterrupted. Be perfect. It would be perfect. I wish they'd invest more into advertising. And stop putting games on Sky Sports Plus. It's killing the game, because it's just, the quality's awful. But Sky could do a lot more for this sport. I know they're already helping a lot, but they could do a lot more. So, looking at the poll, 66 votes at the moment. Will Storm make a comeback? 52% of you say yes. Interesting. This fan is going to go on for a little bit. I will turn it off before we get started, but it is hot in here, so that fan is going on for now. If you're struggling to hear me, I do apologise, but I will turn this off before the half. Yeah, I can hear it in the background, but it's not terrible. Alright. So, yeah, it's a bit of a disconnect when moving the ball around. Seems fine. That's alright for now. I will turn it off before we start. But yeah, there is a bit of a disconnect for Melbourne Storm moving the ball around. At least Hughes or Pappenhausen would have made this a lot easier for the Storm. The fact they're missing both of them is a huge miss. I think one thing that I would like Storm to stop doing is forcing Grant to do 80 minutes week in, week out. He's already getting through a lot of work. He's already scooting a lot from dummy half, carrying the ball through the middle. He's already doing a lot of defensive work. So I think they've got to give him more of a break. I don't think we haven't seen Kamikamitha or Lasati yet, have we? I don't think we've seen either of those. The only one we've not seen for the Panthers, I think, is Schneider. Not sure if Henry's come on either. But, yeah. The Panthers, they've been fine. Good with territory, good with completions. Few too many mistakes here and there. But they've been alright. They've been okay. Not perfect, but they've been fine. But I think Storm's scramble defence on their own line a couple of times has been solid. But we've got a decent game going on. I'm not sure what the Storm will be able to offer in the second half. As long as the Panthers complete the sets, get to the kick, chase well, they stay disciplined, they'll probably be fine. But we will have to just wait and see what happens. So 76 votes now, 55% say yes, Storm will make a comeback. I tend to get plenty of people from different areas. So if you are in the live stream at the moment and you are willing to let me know where you're from, it doesn't have to be the town or the city. It could be the state, it could be the country. I'd like to know where everyone's from in this live stream at the moment. I myself am from England, so let me know where you're from. I want to know. There's probably a good chunk of people here from Papua New Guinea, so I'm interested to see if people are willing to tell me. Auckland, New Zealand, very nice, very, very nice. 83 votes, 58% say that the Storm will make a comeback. Players are coming back out. We'll be back underway shortly. Right then, back underway any second now. Again, if you've not subscribed to the channel, please do. I post weekly NRL predictions videos and Super League power rankings and predictions, and I live stream NRL and Super League every weekend. We're back underway for the second half. Back underway. And it's going to be Kamikamica with the first carry of this half. And he'll play this just short of the 20. Next carry from Bloor. A few metres shy of the 30. Next carry from McDonald. Up towards the 40. Decent carries there early on from Melbourne Storm. Good stuff. Next carry from Trent Liero up towards halfway. This is a great opening set. This is a brilliant opening set from the Storm. And there's an offload for Meaney. Can he get a bit of room to run? He is quick. We know he is quick if he can get room to open up. But it's with Kamikamica. He will take this over the 40 inside Panthers territory. That is a brilliant way to start this second half from the Storm. And there's a kick. Not the greatest kick from Munster. Collected on the full by Edwards on his own 10. And that's the first minute gone of the second half. Now with Toto down the right edge. Over the 20. Getting dragged back by Bloor and Seve. A little bit. It's with Tango. With the next carry up towards the 30. Push back a metre or two as well. Kenny. On his right to Henry. Over the 30. Minute and a half gone. Fourth tackle for the Panthers. So well done from Storm restricting the metres here as well. But they're going to spread the ball here, the Panthers. Slightly. But Smith will take the ball up towards the 40 for Penrith. And it's now the last tackle. Cleary on the right hand side. Inside pressure from Grant. Gets the kick away towards the back right. Collected on the full by Xavier Coates. Over the 20. Up towards the 30 already. So fill position early on could look pretty favourable for the Melbourne Storm here. Seve with a carry up towards the 40. And a metre or two over it. So not too bad. 2 minutes gone in the second half. Grant short side left to Bloor. Over the halfway line. This is a decent start. Decent start for Melbourne here. Territory looking good. Wishart back towards the middle now with Pezzett. Out the back to Munster, slightly wayward. Collected by Meaney. Trying to get around McLean. Almost does. Good tackle there from McLean. Fourth tackle, Pezzett on halfway. Left to Munster. Takes the carry himself, does he? Yes, he does. Slammed into the ground by Sorensen. Smiles in the face of Munster. Short side right to Pezzett. Gets the kick away just behind the 40. Plenty of height on this one. Edwards underneath it. Goes up. Comes down with it cleanly. Blaze Salangi just over the 10, hands it off to Jenkins. Having a great year this year. I did back Brian Toto to score a try, so we'll see if he gets one in this one. He's got the next carry over the 20. Kenny in centre field, or just left of centre field. Then with Henry, over the 30. Now with Edwards. God, ever since I did that interview with Jack Walker, go watch that interview, by the way. It's on the channel with Sheffield Eagles player Jack Walker. Has played for Leeds, Bradford, Hull KR and Hull FC. Go watch that if you haven't already. But yeah, ever since I asked him about that question of fullbacks taking the carry on the fourth tackle, it seems so obvious now. But I was like, what is this thing? Why is it a thing? There's a reason for it, but what's the reason? And then I asked him about it. And ever since then, it's like, it makes so much sense. So thank you, Jack Walker, once again. Thank you once again. So up towards halfway, third tackle. Storm in possession, shifted it right. There's a great pass off to Munster. He will switch back to Meaney up towards the Panthers 40. And that is 4 minutes gone in the second half. Fourth tackle, shifting it left. Wishart under pressure from Cleary. So he will have to play this just less than 40 metres out, left to Munster. Plenty of height on this kick, left of the sticks. Edwards underneath it, so is Bloor. Edwards wins the challenge in the air. Nicely done. 4.5 minutes gone in the second half. Toto with the next carry over the 20 for the Panthers, and a few extra metres as well, pumping his legs. And Tango over the 30. Now about 35 out from his own try line. Mitch Kenny in centre field. On his left to Sorensen. Takes it over the 40. Bumps into Harry Grant. Katoa is there to help out. Fourth tackle. 5 minutes gone. Edwards in centre field. Fullback taking a carry on the fourth. There we go again. Just inside Storm territory. Kenny will shoot it left to Cleary. Plenty of height on this one towards the back left. Anderson with time underneath it. Takes it cleanly. Oof. Stopped just short of his own 20. Again, if you've not liked the stream yet, please do. Hopes to get more people in it. 22 of 22 completions. Jeez, I thought they dropped a couple. 17 of 24 Melbourne Storm. That's already a high percentage. But 22 out of 22 sets completed for the Panthers? Bloody hell. I thought there was one or two that they might have messed up, but no. Fair enough. Grant. Then to Liera through the middle up towards the 40. Dylan is Professor X. True. Very true. Very true. Kick towards the back right. Not a great kick here on the last tackle from Melbourne Storm. Jenkins already up towards the 30. Looked awkward there, but he stopped just over the 30. And that looked forward there from Talangi, but we will play on. Professor X gets an offload to Blaze Talangi. He takes it over the 40. And he'll play this for McLean. Left to centre field, takes a carry himself. Katoa gets him wrapped up fairly quickly as the tackle from Marker. It's now with Sorensen. On his right to Henry. Or Eisenhuth, sorry. It's now with Professor X again. Now with Tango just short of the Storm. Storm 40. Next carry. Henry coming up towards the 30. Last tackle. 6.5 minutes gone in the second half. In centre field with Nathan Cleary. Plenty of height on this one. Towards the back left, Jenkins versus Anderson. Anderson goes up. Jenkins overran that one. And he comes down with it on the 10. Meany with a carry. Finding a few metres there. About 6 metres. 7 minutes gone in the second half. Munster switches back to Wishart. He takes it up towards the 30. Inside Storm's own territory. Third tackle next up. Now with Katoa. Down the right edge. Fourth tackle. So decent defensive set here for the Panthers. Not allowing too much for Melbourne Storm. Pezzett will switch back to Trent Liero. Look for a carry through centre field. Over the 30. Last tackle. Great defensive set here from the Panthers. A few metres made up by Munster. Kicks towards the back left. Maybe had the distance for a 40-20, but wasn't really going for the angle there. Collected by Professor Xavier once again. Dylan Edwards up towards the 30 already. So they already start this set where Storm ended theirs. So not too bad. Toto with the next carry. Down the right edge. Already up towards the 40. Second tackle. Cleary. Scoots short side right. Eating up the metres. Flicks the ball onto Martin. Options back inside if he can get it. But it just takes the tackle. The ball comes loose though. Really nice idea from the Panthers. Really, really nice. Possibly an issue with Martin's wrist. Sort of held his arm in a weird way there. Well, yeah, zero tackle. Now the first tackle for the Storm. Liero through the middle. Up towards the 40. That's a strong tackle from Coates. Slamming Martin into the ground. The ball popped out. It's now with Pezzett shifting right to Munster. 4-on-2 maybe here. Katoa. Oh, Anderson wanted to cut back in. I think if they could have just cleanly shifted that ball down the right-hand side, there was a potential break there. Oh, loose pass there from Meany. Not great. Where can I watch the game? I'm not too sure. In the UK, you can watch it on Sky Sports, but I'm not too sure in over there. There's always Watch NRL, but you have to pay a subscription for that, which is a good chunk of money, really. So we've had 9 minutes gone in the second half. McLean with the next carry. Panthers in possession on their own 20. Blaze Talangi at dummy half. It's now going to be Garner with the next carry. I was going to say Gaia then, but it's Garner. Third tackle. Edwards in centre field, shifting it right to Cleary. Now Tango, trying to get around the outside of Wishart, but he is wrapped up by him and Seve on the 40. 2 more tackles to go. Martin takes it over the 40. Space down the right if he can get an offload. He does not. Last tackle. Cleary down the short side right. Kicks from just behind the 40. Potential 40-20 here. Hang on a minute. Oof, just collected by Munster. Just. I'm pretty sure that would have been a 40-20 there. That was a great kick from Nathan Cleary, but well done Munster keeping that in. God, he is a freak of nature, Nathan Cleary. But that is 10 minutes gone now in the second half. Second tackle with Melbourne Storm in possession up towards our own 30. Seve with a carry over the 30. Melbourne Storm still kind of in this game at the moment. They will need a lucky break from somewhere, I think. Penrith aren't really gifting them much. The opening set was great, but Storm, they're either going to need to make their own luck or they could do with a penalty, moving the ball up the field a little bit easier. A lot of good defence from Storm. But I just got the feeling Panthers have a trick try coming. Maybe the Panthers, with the usual lineup, probably a little bit more comfortable kind of like moving the ball around from anywhere on the field. They could go for an early shift here if they wanted to. Like, they could just go for it. If they wanted to launch it, they could. But it's going to be Edwards with the carry over the 30. Left of centre field. 11 minutes gone. Kenny down the short side left to Blaze Talangi. They are 5 metres short of the halfway line. Papali'i is on for Martin. Martin going into the tunnel. That's not a good sign. Hopefully he's okay. Well, Papali'i has plenty of experience in the back row. But he might just be playing at 13 again. We'll see. Kick on the last from Cleary. Hits the belly of the ball. Bit of a swirler. But collected on the full by Cameron Munster. Nicely done. Cuts back towards the left. Bit of room to run if he can find a break. Almost. Munster plays it for Wishart. Hands the ball off to... Who is that? That's Chan. Chan has been so quiet in this game. He's been unbelievably quiet. Not even sure that was absolutely Chan, to be honest. Down the short side right. Oof, decent pop up there to Meany, but he's stopped just short of the 30 inside Panthers territory. Kick down the short side right for Wishart. Edwards goes up, collects it cleanly. That was a good challenge there against Katoa. Got room to run here. Up towards the 40. Great return there from Professor Xavier. And it's now with Blaze Talangi in centre field. Then to Cleary. Brian Toto steps off his right foot up towards halfway. 4 line breaks to 0 in favour of the Panthers as well. Blaze Talangi in centre field. Switches back to Eisenhuth. Sorry, that's Henry. Still not seeing Schneider yet. Not sure where he's going to come on. Probably at 9. Give Kenny a bit of relief. Talangi pops the ball up. Interception from Xavier Coates. Room to run. Toto is chasing. So is Edwards. So is McLean. Coates got it done last time. That is possibly a try for Coates. 13 minutes gone. Finally, the Melbourne Storm, they get something. There is the potential that was a knock-on, but possibly just because he slammed it onto the ground, it looked awkward. Xavier Coates with a huge try to make this a more accessible comeback. 12-8 with a kick to come. Beautiful. He's nailed that. He has nailed it. He's got it. Xavier Coates, you absolute beauty. What a try. That's worth a trumpet, I reckon. Beautiful stuff. Xavier Coates, that was just... Was it Blaze Talangi just kind of chucked the ball over the top? Kind of a throw and hope, really. So, yeah. We've got 133 people in here. Howdy, folks. Good to see you. If you could like the live stream, that would be very, very good. Get some more people in here. Well, thank you for stopping by. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I was last on 11,083. I'm currently on 1,128. Look at that. Thank you very much. I don't know if Cassandra is still in here. I assume the last name is Ged? Ged? I think Geddes is probably not the right thing. I'll actually leave a link to my NRL Round 24 predictions in the live stream chat if people want to go watch the rest of those. The kick from Nick Meaney from the left touchline is... looks good. And it is 2-point game. It is a 2-point game. I always think with the 2-point drop goal, if you do want to get those points back, you do it earlier than later. Like if it stays 12-10 for ages, don't wait until the last 5 minutes to try and get it done. McLean got gas to get him in touch. Oh, McLean got gas to get touch on it. Yeah, that was a good effort from McLean. Jack Walker assigned for salt. Has he? Has he really? That's great if he has. I know he wanted to get back to Super League. That is good stuff if he has. I'll put a link in here. NRL Round 24 predictions. Alright, fair enough. So, already further up the field now again for the Melbourne Storm. Only 40 metres out. Last tackle for Storm. 30 metres away from the try line. Left to Munster. Engaged the line slightly. Kicks towards the back left. Toto. Plenty of time to take this one. Stop 5 metres short of the try line. Don't know where he played with Declan Murphy. Maybe 6. That's a good point, actually. Yeah, possibly 6. I think he's had some experience in the halves this year. They've had to change a lot around at Sheffield Eagles. But yeah, maybe it's 6. Or on the wing, maybe. Possibly. Or at centre. Who knows? We'll see. Anyway, next carry for the Panthers. It is going to be Eisenhuth. My bad. And... bit of a mess there. Last tackle. Ends up in the hands of Cleary. Finally, now it's with Edwards. Gets a kick away. That's a bit of a mess there from the Panthers. Just kicked upwards by Munster. Switches back to Coates, the try scorer. Up towards halfway. Lasati is now on the field. Kamikamitha has left the field. So I think that's the first time that Lasati has been on. I don't know if it's Lasati or Lasati. I don't know. I'll hear what the commentators say. Liera with a carry through the middle up towards the Panthers 30. We've had nearly 17 minutes gone in the second half. Pezzett goes right to Munster. Switches back to Katoa up towards the 20. With 2 more tackles to go in this set. Harry Grant on the right. Back towards middle with Pezzett. Goes himself. Could have been a break. 23 minutes to go. Left to Wishart. Chips the ball towards the back left. Coates versus Toto. Coates goes up. Batted backwards. Don't tell me the Melbourne Storm have the lead. They do. The Storm finally take the lead. How have they done that? There's not much wrong from the Panthers in this game. They haven't done much wrong at all. But Melbourne Storm, they've taken their chances when they can. Batted backwards by Coates. Collected by Chan. There we go. 14-12 for Melbourne Storm. Cleary's always smart, clever, patient in the last 10 minutes in games like this. Absolutely. Well, they're going to need him soon. I can't believe with all the, with the losses that the Storm are dealing with at the moment, with how well the Panthers have been playing, with how typical that lineup is for the Panthers. God, Melbourne Storm putting some pressure on them now. I like this, though. I like this. Worth the trumpet, I'd say. Joe Chan. He's had a very, very quiet game. But comes up with the try to take the lead for the first time for Melbourne Storm. Look at him go. So that means that my exact score prediction is wrong. I can still get the margin, but my exact score prediction is wrong. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And run 40 likes for this live stream. We can get a few more in there. That'd be great. We've got 123 people in here. I know there's an ad that's probably playing right now, so we might lose a few. Nick Meaney. To make it 16. Hits the post. Oh my God. That was easier, much easier than the last one, but he hits the post and it's a 2-point ball game. So the clock is stopped with 21 minutes and 17 seconds to go. We've got ourselves a hell of a game here. Wow. I'm pretty sure the Panthers have still probably completed 100% of their sets at the moment. If not, it's like high 90s. High or low 90s, but it's a ridiculous amount of completions. So we are back underway. Lasati with the first carry. Plays it on the 10. It's now with Chan, the try scorer, up towards the 20 for the Melbourne Storm. Hopefully we see a little bit more kind of ruthlessness from the Panthers now. I want to see more ruthlessness. So let's see what they can produce. It's now with Katoa with a strong carry down the right edge. Fourth tackle for Melbourne Storm. Just short there, 40. Now Liero with the next carry, a few metres shy of halfway. Last tackle for Melbourne. Right to Pezzett. Plenty of height and distance on this one. Collected in the back right corner. On the full by Jenkins. Over the 10. There's a wall of Storm defenders there. He's brought down on the 20. So let's see what the Panthers can do as we approach the final quarter of the game. Toto with the next carry of this set. With a strong carry up towards the 30. Dragging back 3 defenders. Great carry from Brian Toto. So now with Isaac Tango. Just short of the 40. So officially 20 minutes to go, folks. Penalty for the Panthers. That is huge. That is huge. Pressure on the neck, okay. Cleary will kick into touch for this penalty. Kicks from his own 40. And the Panthers will start a fresh set of 6 from Storm's 40. Tango will tap and go. Penalties has been 4 for the Panthers, 2 for Storm. It is now with Sorensen. Takes a carry through centre field. A few metres short of the 20. 19.5 to go. Second tackle. In centre field now with Eisenhuth. Cleary will switch back to Garner. Just short of the 10 in centre field. I would like the Panthers to answer back. Keep this game going back and forth. Keep it going. Kenny goes left to Papali'i down the left edge. Inside the 10. Fourth tackle coming up. 2 more tackles to go. Kenny left of the sticks. He'll go right. Shifting it right now to Cleary. Then to Edwards. Pops up to Sorensen. Is in. That's another try. We've got ourselves a decent game here, folks. I'm loving this. Melbourne. Your turn, boys. Your turn. The Panthers retake the lead. 16-14 with a kick to come. First half was a little bit basic, a little bit standard. Wasn't too much going on. We just had a couple tries like here and there. But it wasn't anything crazy. Now, we've got ourselves a decent looking game. 16-14 with a kick to come. They should be able to get this one cleanly, so it will likely be 18-14. But there we go. Panthers retake the lead. Great stuff there from Sorensen. Great carry. Well done reaching his arm out there, not getting it grounded first. Edwards isolates Wishart, pops the ball up. Seve eventually gets a hold of him, but just keeps his arm up. Gets the ball down. Great stuff. Storm getting shaky against Panthers. King ready again. Yep. You need McLean? Oh, yeah. You certainly do. You certainly do. I need Toto. But if you've got a bet on, then I don't need to do as badly as you do. Thing is, if you're over there in Australia, New Zealand, whatever, you might hate the Panthers just because of like allegiances and stuff like that. They're a rival of yours, but for how good they've been over the last 5 years, 6 years really, was it 6 years? 5 or 6 years, you just can't knock how good they are, and you can't hate them for how good they are. Honestly, salary cap sport, and they're doing this every single year. The kick is good as well. I forgot to mention that straight away. But yeah, the kick is good. 18-14. The conversions could be important as we get towards the back end of the game as well. Yeah, 18-14. Again, feel free to leave a like on the live stream if you haven't already. Get some more people in here. Push it out there. There's a link in the live stream chat to my round 24 predictions if you want to watch those. We've got 147 people in here. God, I mean, State of Origin, there was about 800 people in here at one point for Game 2. That was ridiculous. So yeah, hopefully I want to get more views like this on NRL, because it was quite low at the start of the year, but I'm very happy to have you here. If you are here, I'm very happy to have you here. You are very much welcome. Next carry, Kenny, now on the 40, gives it to Edwards up towards halfway. Last tackle for the Panthers. Kenny goes right to Cleary, kicks from halfway. Plenty of heights on this towards the back right. Coates under pressure. He's going to be from Tango. Steps past him, cuts back towards the middle. Oof. Leota gets a hand on him, brings him down on the 10. 16 and a half to go. Seve with the next carry. Up towards the 20. Middle, says John. Meaning what? Panthers coach played for New Zealand Warriors and coached them to their second ever final. All right. I wonder if those two will ever move on somewhere. If they ever will, not sure. Now with Pezzett on the last tackle for Melbourne Storm, will kick down the right edge. Edwards having to chase to get to it, but collects it a few metres in front of his own try line, but he's already up to the 20. Hands it off to Brian Toto. Trying to get around Seve. Just keeps a hold of him up towards the 30. Grudgingly respect Panthers. They built from last to where they are now. Absolutely. The most impressive thing as well is like it's a salary cap sport. And even in the NRL, they don't have marquee signings like we do in Super League. So, you know, a Super League club could sign Nathan Cleary. They could pay him £1 million a year, which is like roughly $2 million. So we could pay him £1 million a year, but he'd only count as 150k on the salary cap. So, like, we at least have that. 15 minutes to go. Nathan Cleary. And I know the cap space is bigger in the NRL anyway. I know that. There's a kick towards the back left, collected cleanly by Anderson. Really well taken in the back right corner. Or back left corner. Boos ring around the crowd. Not sure what for. Possibly a tackle in the air. Not too sure. Nick Meaney takes the next carry up towards the 20 for Melbourne Storm. Wishart down the left edge. Will switch back to Xavier Coates. Scored an intercepted try for the Melbourne Storm earlier. Whistle's been blown. He'll have to replay this ball. It's now with King with a carry through centre field up towards the 30. Players want to play for the best coach and with the best players, so take a wee pay cut for that. Yeah, true. True. But there's a break. There's a break. Meaney Has support. Eventually gets the ball off to Stefano Tukamanu. You would have loved anybody else but a prop forward. Anybody else. Nick Meaney would have loved Nick Meaney in support. But shooting it left. Chance here for Melbourne Storm. Seve in the corner. He's confident. The goggles come loose. This might be a try. Klein's just going to give this one and they will check it. Oh my God, we have an equalizer potentially. What a bloody good game this is at the moment, folks. What a bloody good game this is. Wow. Almost had a hand in touch. Maybe did. But yeah, Meaney got a break. Offloads it to Stefano Utokumanu. He is then brought down. There's a quick play of the ball. A few Panthers defenders not back yet. A little bit out of shape. Launch it across to... ends up in the hands of Seve in the corner. This is close. This is unbelievably close. Oh, I think he's in. I think he's in. That is so close. They need to slow this down more. Oh, I think he's got it. Pretty sure he's got it. Seve having to fill in with a bit of change in the back line for Melbourne Storm. What today? 87 run meters, a try, line break, and 4 tackle busts as well. If try Storm never missed 2 kicks, well, we'll see. We will see. Meaney's not been too comfortable today. Where's a live match of Panthers? You can watch it on Watch NRL, or you can find a website they should not be watching it from. Kick from Meaney to give the lead to the Melbourne Storm once again. The conversion from Nick Meaney to make it 20 points to 18 for Melbourne Storm with 12 minutes and 20 seconds stopped on the clock. Right near the touchline, the kick from Nick Meaney is... He hits it. It's swinging just wide. It's 18 all. It's 18 all. Wow. Who is going to pull the trigger first? That is now the question. Who's going to pull the trigger first? You're a Roosters fan, but honestly, you want the Raiders to win? I would like it if the Raiders win. I've been a big fan of them this year. I think they're built really well. I think they could win the grand final this year. There's a lot of great competition around in this year, though, which is good to see. But I just, I've been a fan of the Raiders. So I'd like him to continue to do well. Who picked draw? Well, I think, was it Johnny that said he wouldn't mind a draw? Or was it Ismac really? It was somebody. Somebody said they wouldn't mind a draw. It's with Chan, one of the try scorers for Melbourne Storm. 18 all. Bloody hell. I predicted 24-12, by the way, to the Panthers. 11 minutes 50 to go. King in centre field. Push the ball on to Lissati. Talangi trying to wrap him up. Eventually gets some help. Third tackle for the Melbourne Storm, just over their own 30s. Now with Katoa down the right edge up towards the 40. 172 in here. If you're not subscribed, please do. If you could leave a like on the stream as well, that would be great. Thank you very much. It's now with King. Next carry over halfway. 11.5 minutes to go. Last tackle, sorry. Short side right to Jonah Pezzett. Put some height on this one towards the back right. Jenkins underneath it. Takes it cleanly. He is stopped just in front of his own 10. Parkup says, go Panthers. Well, we'll see if they can get the win. It's close. It is very close. Jenkins with the next carry over the 30 and a few extra meters as well. 11 minutes to go. Is Martin coming back on? Looks like it. So he went down the tunnel earlier. I think there was something to do with his wrist maybe. But he's all good. So he'll be back on soon. Edwards on the 40, shifting it right now in the hands of Cleary. Pops it up to Sorensen down the right edge. Last tackle coming up just short of Melbourne Storm's 40. Kenny, back towards the middle with Cleary in centre field. Gets the kick away. Towards the back right. This could be collected by Martin, first touch since coming back on. Stopped inside the 10. So, 8 minutes. Sorry, 8 minutes? What am I saying? 10 minutes and 12 seconds to go. Where did I get 8 from? Silly me. Just ignore me. Melbourne Storm on their own 10. A lot of work to do. The Panthers need a strong defensive set here. So there's officially 10 minutes to go. It's now with Chan up towards Storm's own 20. Third tackle. Next carry through the middle from Utakamanu up towards the 30. 2 more tackles in this set for Melbourne Storm. Now with Pezzett, 40-20 maybe? Distance looks good, angle maybe. Ooh, Dylan Edwards is there though. Just started slowing down. But Edwards shifting down the left, the ball comes loose. Collected by Melbourne Storm, taken into touch. That is a mistake from the Panthers. Thomas Rango says, go Storms, Meanie. Please get all the kicks. You're in competition against Cleary. Yeah, some of the kicks from Cleary not been great. He's nailed one from the touchline and missed a couple as well. But yeah, well done Katoa, just popping that ball out from Dylan Edwards. 9 minutes to go. Panthers turn over the ball to Melbourne Storm inside their own half as well. So that is not a great place to turn over the ball. Storm just need to be clean. Will they try and pull the trigger and go for one soon? Or will they actually try and go for a try? We will see. Out the back of the scrum. 25 metres out. Wishart down the left edge up towards the 20. 8 minutes 40 to go. First tackle. Seve with the next carry over the 20. Brought down with 3 defenders in the tackle. Leota pushing his face into the ground. I don't like that kind of stuff. It's a bit silly. Anyway, Wishart, next carry. 15 metres out. 8.5 to go. They could pull the trigger now. That pitch looks a little bit sort of muddy. So, I don't know if it's going to be great for a drop goal, but we'll see. Munster up towards the 10. Normally, you don't want to go for a drop goal when you play the ball inside the 10. It gives you less room to work with. 8 minutes 10 to go. Fourth tackle. Grant in centre field. Across to Pezzett. Wayward. Collected by Meany. Gets an offload on the 20 for Grant. Down the short side right. Ball comes loose. Collected by McLean. And it's brought down on his own 20. So Melbourne Storm, all you had to do was just complete the set. Worst case scenario, complete the set. Or just go for one on the third tackle. What are you doing? What are you doing? I want to see bellyache in the stands. I want to see him going mental, because I would be as well. Kenny hands it off to Sorensen through centre field. He now goes right to Smith. It's now with Cleary. Then to Martin. Room to run now with Toto down the right edge. Steps off his right foot over the 40, just short of halfway. Could be a 6 again there, is it? It is not. Third tackle. Shifting it left to Langy. Over the top to Edwards. They've got the numbers. Oh, just wayward. Jenkins past 1. Towards the 40. Oh, that could have been, honestly, a proper break there for the Panthers. Cleary, right to the Otter. Coates gets him wrapped up, but he gets an offload to Cleary again. Martin down the right edge, right to Tango. Trying to get around. Wishart stops him on the 20. Last tackle. Is Cleary in the right position for a drop goal? Maybe not. He's going to kick towards the back left, cross field. Jenkins goes up, tries to bat it backwards, collected by McLean, drops the ball. Inside the 10, so not a bad place to turn the ball over. 6.5 to go. McLean looks a little bit awkward at the moment. This is a pretty good game, this, I'll be honest. 6 minutes 20 to go. Mistake there from McLean. Melbourne Storm have possession just over their own 10. Next carry through the middle from Anderson. They'll play this about 16 out from their own try line. Grant down the short side right with Eliezer Katoa over the 20. 6 minutes to go. Third tackle coming up for Melbourne Storm. Now with Pezzett. Shifting it left. Now with Wishart across to Munster. Bit of room to run maybe. Stopped just over the 30. 2 more tackles in this set for Melbourne Storm. Bad luck, but can Storm handle the pressure? We will see. We will see. You'd love to have Hughes or Pappenhausen in there at least in high-pressure situations. But they've got Munster. And a kick towards the back left here from Storm. Bounces up nicely enough for Edwards. Takes it over the 20. Just short of the 30. 5 minutes and 20 seconds to go. 18 all. Brian Toto will take the next carry for the Panthers up towards the 30. Kenny. Right centre field on his left to Jenkins, who takes the next carry over near the left edge up towards the 40. Curious on your pick for Wars vs Dragons tomorrow. I just went with the Dragons, 1-12. Wars have lost 3 in a row, and they've not been looking themselves. The Dragons have upset the Raiders and the Sharks in back-to-back weeks. So I'm going to trust the Dragons this week. Normally I wouldn't, but I just think they've shown enough evidence that they can beat a Warriors side that is just a little bit disconnected at the moment. So, a cleanly taken catch from Munster on the back of a very high kick there from the Panthers. It's now with a carry over the 10. 4.5 minutes to go. Egan back. Yeah, I saw Egan was back, so the carry through the middle will be a lot quicker. The speed out the ruck will be huge. I was very tempted to go with the Warriors, but I have just backed the Dragons because I think they can get it done. Plus, they've kept a lot of other games close in the last 5, 6, 7 weeks. So just over 4 minutes left. Next carry from Trent Liero through centre field. Just short of the 40. 4 minutes to go. Fourth tackle. Oh, now the last tackle, sorry. Munster kicks from behind the 40. Toto is there, but bounces up nicely for Edwards. Over the 20. Cuts back towards the middle. Stopped on the 30. We've got 216 people in here. Oh my god. Please leave a like on the stream if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel as well. And there's a link to the NRL Round 24 predictions in the live stream chat. It's now with Brian Toto. Over the 30, up towards the 40. 3.5 minutes to go. Third tackle for the Panthers. On their own 40. Smith on his left to Eisenhuth. Have we even seen Schneider this game? We've not even seen Schneider. Now in centre field with the Panthers. Shifting it right to Cleary. Out the back to Edwards. Then to Tango. Seve. I think Seve's done a really good job defensively today, but Tango gets an offload back towards the middle with Cleary. Liotta still moving. Back off to Tango. Then Edwards room to run. Edwards support on his left. Now with Kenny. Oh, he stops 16 metres out. Last tackle for the Panthers. Go for one. Cleary. Out the back. Under pressure. Cleary goes for one. The kick is a penalty for Melbourne Storm. What? Oh my god. There's going to be a challenge from the Panthers. So, Klein said that there was a blocker in the or for the dropout, and the Panthers have challenged it. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm fine with the penalty there. That is absolutely stupid from Moses Leota. That is absolutely stupid. That is so dumb. You know it's going to be a penalty. It's the same with escorts. You know it's going to be a penalty. You know it's going to be seen. Why are you doing it? Yeah, Grant maybe overdoes it a little bit, but that's so stupid from Leota. I can't show the live game due to copyright reasons. You'll have to find it somewhere else. What minute? There is 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Utakamanu with a carry through the middle. Thing is, he made no effort to move. Absolutely. So the Storm in possession up towards halfway. Munster switches back to Katoa. 3 more tackles to go. 3 more tackles and they're up to halfway. 2 minutes to go. King with a carry through the middle. Up towards the 40. Still pumping his legs. When do they pull the trigger? Liero with a carry up towards the 30. Last tackle now for the Storm. Is this the one? Munster's out the back. He's way out the back. At the 40, Munster goes for 2. It is clipped by a Panthers player, collected by Jenkins. Returns it back up to the 20. That's a great charge down. Whoever got a touch on that one, I think someone got a touch on it, or it was just wayward. But Toto in possession, shifting down the right-hand side up towards the 30. What a game indeed. Oh my God. 240 people in here. Welcome to the stream. Isaac Tango with the next carry. 1 minute 20 to go. We are possibly going to get golden point here. Next carry for the Panthers through the middle over the 40, just short of halfway. 2 more tackles to go. Cleary's not opposed to going for a 2-point drop goal. Now down the left edge with Garner up towards the 40. Just give it Cleary. Let him have a go. It's now with Cleary. 2-point field goal, charged down. Collected by McLean. Fresh set of 6 for the Panthers. 50 seconds to go. 30 metres out. Cleary. Now with Edwards. Don't play the ball inside the 10. Don't play the ball inside the 10. Talangi with a carry up towards the 20. Take one more carry, or either go for it now or one more carry, then go. 33 seconds to go. This is it. Go for it now. Right now. 30 seconds to go. Cleary's out the back. Cleary to go for one. Charge down from the Melbourne Storm. There's a chase. Collected by... By who? Is it a knock-on from Melbourne? I didn't hear the call. I didn't hear the call. Oh my God. What was the call? I didn't even know what the call was. Well, that is full time for now. We're going to get golden point, folks. Give us a trumpet for golden point. Absolutely. Golden point. What a game this has been. What a game. Conversions could have made a huge difference in this one. Wow. Oh my God. Let's have a look at this. The subs now. 11,152. Can we make that 11,200 possibly? If you're not subscribed, please do. Be greatly appreciated. There's also a link to my TikTok in the description down below as well. If you guys have TikTok, I'm trying to get to 10k followers as soon as possible. And I'll be doing a stream highlights video for this game. Posted onto TikTok whenever the highlights come out, basically, that I can put stuff together. Like I said, draw would be a big surprise. It certainly would. How was the game? The game was great. It's still going. It's golden point. I'll take this off, by the way. It's golden point. Who will get it done? Thomas, yes, you can. You can get a shout out. That dramatic, and they had to do a retoss, yeah. You think Penrith win here? Maybe. Maybe. How disruptive can Melbourne Storm be? That is the question. I can't remember how long golden point is. Is it like 2 5-minute halves, or is it just 5 minutes? I can't quite remember how long it is in the NRL. Not sure if it's the same in both sides of the world. So it'll be Melbourne, 2 5s, okay. It'll be Melbourne to kick off first. Meany gets us back underway. Collected on the full by Edwards. Now with Mosley-Otter, takes it over the 10. So the Panthers get first possession of golden point. Now with Sorensen through the middle. Up towards the 20. Argue kicking off is better than golden point. Pin the opponent back. Yeah, you could do. Certainly could do. Leota with the next carry up towards the 30. So not really be able to pin them back much in this one. Kenny on his left to Sorensen. Up towards the 40. 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first half of Golden Point. Not Penrith, it's Melbourne. What do you mean? I really don't know what you mean. Anyway, 4 minutes to go. The ball is lost. Munster up towards the 30. Have the Panthers just thrown this one away? They might have just thrown this one away. Honestly, Wishart switches back to Tukumanu up towards the 20. 3 minutes 45 to go left to Munster. Then to Chan. It's either this one or the next one. This one or the next one. Third tackle. Wishart now with the arrow. Stopped on the 10. I think this is the one. 3 minutes 33 to go. Munster's out the back, so is Pezzett. Grant. Oh no, my God. Oh my God. Harry Grant goes himself and sneaks in. Oh my God. Melbourne Storm have just won it. Oh my God. Harry Grant, you slippery little so-and-so. That is going to be the victory for Melbourne Storm. Oh my God. Wow. Harry Grant, you slippery man. Harry Grant wins it. Everyone was looking at Pezzett and Munster. Harry Grant, look, it just looked like he was going to chuck that out the back. Markers, nowhere to be seen. Defenders in the line, nowhere to be seen. Harry Grant just strolls his way in. Oh my God. The best 9 in the world. There you have it, folks. Harry bloody Grant. Oh my God. The captain of the club. The captain of the club. I'm disappointed because I did back the Panthers to win 1-12. I'm disappointed with that. But it's been a hell of a game. A hell of a game. Great game, says Unreal. Unreal, the first member of this channel, by the way. You're looking at royalty right there. Excellent stuff. What minute? Simeon, it's done. It is done, mate. It is all over. So the table now, Melbourne, 2 points behind Canberra in second place. They're now in second. Penrith, 5 points behind the Bulldogs. There's a 5-point gap from third to fourth. Bloody hell. So yeah, full time, the Storm have won it. They've chosen not to go for the kick. But yeah, 22-18. Oh my God. Wow. Honestly, wow. Maybe the Super League race is closer. It is. It definitely is. But both competitions have been great this year. So, we peaked at like 260 odd people. Ended up with a bunch more subscribers. We're now currently at 11,162. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I do NRL live streams pretty much every week and NRL predictions every sort of Wednesday morning. I do Super League content as well. But yeah, feel free to subscribe. Oh, God. Both teams played a gamble. Yeah, that was... just the issue with the Panthers is they had the more secure lineup, but just made a few too many mistakes that just allowed the Storm back into it. The Storm weren't perfect in possession, but they definitely took a lot of their chances. Wow, what a game that was. What a game. I'm funny. Thank you very much. Funny looking, maybe. But yeah, what a game that was. Damn. It was tipped to be the game of the round, and it's going to be very difficult to beat that. So in terms of live streams this weekend, I will be back for the Roosters vs Bulldogs tomorrow morning. Well, that's morning for me, by the way. But yeah, I'll be back for the Roosters vs Bulldogs tomorrow. And the Super League games I'll be doing this week, I won't be streaming Warrington vs Catalans because I'll be at the game. I'll be streaming Wigan vs Hull Kingston Rovers tomorrow. So feel free to stop by for that one. Then back-to-back for Cass vs Leeds and Hull vs Lee. And then it's going to be Saints vs Huddersfield, and that will overlap with Salford vs Wakefield about 30 minutes later. Right then. You can't believe it. Almost lost it. Well, it's a hell of a game. Hell of a game. So, folks, we had a hell of a lot of people in here. It is greatly appreciated. A lot of new subscribers. Are you sure it wasn't 6, Johnny? Are you sure it wasn't 6? I'm pretty sure it was 30-24. Let's have a look. I'm sure it was 6. Back in round 3. Yeah, 30-24. Right, there we go. I'm going to call it a day. I do want to say thank you very much, first of all, for the donation from Peter. We had Cassandra, who became a new member of the channel. If you'd like to become a member, you just click the join button below this stream. You can join for as little as £1 a month, which is about $2 Australian, roughly, a little bit less than that, I think. Will there be a rematch in the final? Great question. It's a great victory for Melbourne tonight. Big thanks to them. Yeah, that was a hell of a game. Hell of a game overall. I'm going to go get some lunch. But yeah, plenty of people here. Thank you very much for stopping by the way. Thank you very much indeed from wherever you're from. Whether you're from over here in England, whether you're watching from Australia, New Zealand, Tonga, Samoa, Cook Islands, Fiji, wherever you're watching from. Papua New Guinea. Always get a lot of people from PNG watching. You get a lot of love from PNG, so that's greatly appreciated. But wherever you're watching from, thank you very much for stopping by. I'm going to call it a day there. One final trumpet before we go. Lou's watching from Fiji. Very nice. There you have it, folks. Thank you very much for stopping by. It is greatly appreciated. Links in the description. Subscribe if you want to. All that good stuff. Cheers, mate, from Sydney. Thank you for watching, Johnny. Thank you for your engagement in the chat. It's always nice when people chat. It is greatly appreciated. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. What a great game to open this week of Rugby League. Are we going to get a better game this week? Or is it all downhill from here? To not be doom and gloom, no. We will get a better game this week somehow, or a game that's just as good. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.